If childcare was not available to my family, my husband and I would have to make the decision of one of us becoming a stay-at-home parent. Unfortunately, we do not have the option of family as a form of childcare to watch my son, so that would mean one of us would have to leave the workforce, and we would only be adding to the large number of unfilled jobs in our community. And my husband and I have dedicated so many years of our lives to our educations and getting us to the points that we're at in our careers that neither of us want to leave the workforce and put our career goals on hold. And we want to be able to achieve financial stability and save money and have a healthy work-life balance. And none of that would be possible if childcare was not available.
Well, when I don't have any childcare available to me, it's a little bit of a stressor because I don't know who's taking over my classroom, and I don't know if my lesson plans are going or if they're not, and how my students are acting for a substitute teacher. And then being home on the opposite spectrum of that, I guess it's kind of nice that I'm able to stay home and have the flexibility to stay home with my kids when they're not feeling well, and I'm able to make sure that they're taking their medication when they need to, that they're sleeping as long as they need to, and that I know their schedule. So it's kind of a dichotomy between being thankful that I'm able to have the flexibility to stay home and then struggling because I don't know how work is going when I am at home.
My husband and I moved to Marinette County about 6.5 years ago. We quickly found out that our childcare options in the area were very limited. Affordable care that did have openings required payment in full for months in advance to hold that spot. So we got added to wait lists everywhere between Green Bay and Marinette, O'Connor to Crivets, with no guarantees that there would actually be a spot when we needed it. Ultimately, my mom started driving almost a full hour each way 5 days a week for more than 5 years to help us out with childcare. We did eventually transition to a childcare center, but just recently those rates also increased. We are incredibly lucky that I work from home in a position that let me have the flexibility to move our youngest down to part-time care. The reality is that this is not possible for a vast majority of people. Working caregivers need support. We need safe, affordable, available options and are asking for significant investment in childcare within the state of Wisconsin to address this crisis.
If I did not have daycare today, it would impact me greatly. I'm in a grad program and I can't miss my classes. So having daycare available makes things very easy for me. Thank you.
A community without childcare would make it pretty much impossible to have a two-person income household, requiring one parent to stay home at all times, and that kind of income would make it impossible to really purchase anything. It would be living paycheck to paycheck, not able to really afford to do much of anything. Nothing fun for sure. Buying poor quality food. It would be impossible to have a good quality life.
If I didn't have childcare today, me being a school teacher, it would be very difficult. It would cause a need for writing sub-plans, more people coming into my classroom, different interactions for all of my students, along with trying to manage my son while trying to create those sub-plans. At this age, he's a little bit more spry, running around the house and doing a lot of different things. So it's very beneficial that we have our childcare, and it allows things to get done in a smooth and effective way.
If I did not have childcare today, my daughter would have missed out on essential opportunities to interact with other children and other adults. Also, my husband or myself would have had to have quit our jobs, putting us back professionally, putting our household down to one income, because we would not be able to sustain full-time jobs along with caring for our daughter based on the support that we have in the area. Beyond that, it's essential for our daughter at this age to get those interactions and learnings from certified professionals who can help her with her development and help her in ways that we simply cannot at home. So I am very grateful to have childcare today and every day.
And if we weren't provided daycare, I believe that since my son was born during COVID, it would have definitely put him on the radar for social anxiety for sure, from him being the only child. Not only does daycare provide us with the tools and the tips as well as the support to become awesome parents and provide him with the opportunity to be able to reach his developmental milestones, and be able to become a functioning member in society. It also allows my husband and I the opportunity to provide him with a financially stable life as well.
If I wasn't working in childcare or had a childcare, or if my child wasn't able to go here, I would probably kind of do some sort of lesson plans at home or take him to certain child-aimed facilities, children's museums, science centers, different things like that.
If I didn't have childcare today, I would have to take the day off of work. I am a contractor and I only get paid for hours I work, so I would not be paid today. Additionally, I would not be able to use my morning or time during my lunch break to do some light housework so that I can spend the evening with my child before bed instead of doing chores. My mental and emotional load would be much heavier trying to provide the level of enrichment and activities for my child that Ebenezer does on a daily basis. I am very thankful that I have childcare today.
And the childcare has impacted my life by still being able to have a career and somebody that I know and trust with my daughter every day, and for her to grow as a little human being.
And a day without childcare?
Okay.
What it's like at home?
A day without childcare for us would be hard because we have to then call all family. It's hard for us to take off of work, and we just have to scramble essentially.
For me and lots of other parents in this part of the state, a day without childcare is not just theoretical for us. We just do not have enough licensed childcare spots out here to take care of all the need that we have. My child is in elementary school now, but when she was younger, I just did not feel comfortable sending her to a random person's house for unlicensed care. That did not feel safe to me. So I ended up cutting back my work hours. I was self-employed at the time, so I kind of jammed in work on evenings and weekends and what I could. I also relied on family to help out with taking care of my child while I worked. And even though she is in school now, we still have to deal with what to do over the summer, what to do when school is not in session. So the need out here for some sort of strong investment in childcare's infrastructure is really important to me, and I know to other people who want to live in vibrant communities. Part of living in a vibrant community is taking care of our kids and supporting our families, and I would love to see some state investment, substantial investment in childcare as infrastructure so that we can support our families, so that we can maintain strong businesses in rural areas. You can't have employees and businesses if you do not have anyone to take care of the kids.
If I didn't have childcare today, my work productivity would be pretty low. So being able to have someone care for my child really allows me to focus in the things that are necessary and needed for work so that I go to work, make the money, and be able to come and pay the bills. Without childcare, it's really hard to do that because you get the distraction of the child. If something's wrong with the kid, they're at home and you want to care for them. If you can't take kids to work, so if you were to try to take your child to work, you might not have a job. So having childcare is pretty important to families that are working.
If I didn't have childcare today, my family would not be able to have the quality of life that we currently have. My husband and I both have to work in order to pay our bills and provide the life we want for our family. Not only does having access to a childcare provider like Glendale Heights allow us to do that, but they also provide a safe and educational environment for our daughter. The amount that she's learned since starting at Glendale Heights is beyond what we ever knew was possible for a young child to learn. Glendale Heights offers us the community and resources to help us give our daughter the most well-rounded care we could have ever hoped for. Her teachers are our partners in ensuring her safety, health, and well-being. She is able to socialize and learn from other children her age. We have support as we go through major childhood milestones. We've met other families that have helped us further expand our community. Glendale Heights has given us more than just childcare services. It's given us a community of resources to assist us along our parenting journey and give our daughter the most well-rounded education and experience. We are so grateful to Glendale Heights for all that they offer.
If I didn't have childcare today, I would end up with a day filled with stress and exhaustion. Since both my husband and I have demanding careers, I would most likely have to stay home and try to juggle the needs of a 3 and 1-year-old while also juggling my meetings with clients, staff, and getting actual work done. Not only is childcare important, but quality childcare is important. I am fortunate to be able to go to work every day with the peace of mind, knowing my children are loved and taken care of, and to me, that is priceless.
If I didn't have childcare today, I wouldn't be able to provide health care to those who need it in our community. I'm a nurse, and I need to trust and rely that my children will have great childcare so that I can provide great care to patients and families who need it.
If I didn't have childcare today, then I wouldn't have a job because I don't have anyone else to watch her. So I feel like St. Anne's is the best place for a child to be.
If I didn't have childcare today, my family would not be able to make ends meet by paying bills or a monthly mortgage. My children would also lose that powerful impact on their development. We love our teachers, and they truly make a difference in the learning and growth of our children. Not having childcare would not only impact my family, but all of the teachers and staff that have this as their profession. Please consider keeping the funding in place, as we would not be where we are today without the help and support of our childcare provider. They truly do make a difference.
I just wanted to take a minute to, really say how important childcare is. Having really great teachers, people that you trust to watch your child during the day, while you go to work to make a living for them. Since she's been going to daycare, she's been going since she was about 3 months old. She's really blossomed and flourished. She learns a lot, she socializes, and they do a really good job with her. So I'm very grateful that we have a center that we can trust to take our child.
If I didn't have childcare today, I would have to stop working. Over 1 million women left the workforce in 2022. I'm in the field of education, which has seen attrition rates higher than in the last 3 decades. I would like to continue being a social and emotional learning educator. Also, through the early childhood development knowledge of the teachers at the center, my daughter is learning key life and social skills that she would not have access to if I was not able to bring her to childcare.
Having access to affordable, consistent, and reliable childcare is crucial to our family. First and foremost, it allows both my husband and I to work outside of the home. Without access to a safe place to drop our children off each day, one of us would have to drop out of the workforce in order to care for our children. Secondly, and maybe most importantly, our childcare has had such a positive impact on the social and emotional development of our children. Our kids thrive going to daycare each day, getting the interactions with other kids, and has taught them to have skills to be resilient and confident young individuals.
If I didn't have childcare today, I would not have been able to teach my students, along with many of my coworkers, and my kids would not have received the incredible benefits that they get from going to daycare.
And if I did not have childcare today, I wouldn't be able to go to work, which means I can't provide for my family. So for me, childcare is a must.
A day without childcare for me would mean having to scramble to find maybe last minute care for my child, or it could mean having to call in and take a vacation day from work. Currently, my work does not allow us to work from home when our children are there, so I would lose out on an entire day's worth of work. I would have to reschedule meetings, client appointments, and more of a burden would fall onto my team and my coworkers. So that's why childcare is critically important for me and my family, so that I'm able to get to work and do my job every day.
If I didn't have childcare today, I would not be able to do my job as a graphic designer for Octopi Brewing. Octopi is a multi-million-dollar company in the state of Wisconsin who brings in revenue from large corporations all around the country. And if I can't work, large Wisconsin business suffers.
Childcare is important to me because I'm not always able to be there for my daughter. I need to work full time. And I really need somebody who I can trust, who I know is going to take care of her as well as I would, who will help with enriching her development, her social skills, and just be that nurturing parent-like person in her life.
Daycare is super important to me so that my husband and I can both work full-time outside of the home.
And also my children have gained lots of skills that they wouldn't have otherwise gained. Attending Forest Friends has helped to open my children up. They're not as shy as they used to be, and they've learned so many things, including their ABCs, colors, and shapes.
If my child did not have childcare today, my child would suffer significantly due to his delayed speech. Forest Friends helped me get the resources and help I needed to benefit my child. Now he is in 3K and he is thriving thanks to Forest Friends.
If I didn't have childcare today, I would be unable to work. As a single mother, I rely on good center childcare like Days Gone By to watch my child while I work so that I can be an active and participating member of the community. It also allows me to keep my job so I can continue to support and feed my child and support the rest of my family.
A day without childcare for us would be very impactful to our quality of life as a family. It would mean that I probably would not be able to work outside of the home. So extracurricular activities that our children are involved in, as well as like family vacations, would probably not happen. And for our particular family, quality childcare means that not only am I able to go to work, but I'm able to go to work with peace of mind, knowing that my child is loved and well cared for every day when I drop him off at daycare. And to us, that's priceless.
If I did not have childcare today, I would be unable to teach in my own classroom and make an impact in all my family's lives. And also have my children being able to be at the same facility that I work in.
If I don't have childcare, I can go to the work. Even I can help my kids. So it's important. Is childcare is for me is too much important for me. Without childcare, I can do nothing. I don't have family in here, and I am alone. So I need you to help me. I have 3 kids. Thank you.
And I wouldn't know what to do if I didn't have childcare for my children today, because the only time that I can even go to work and do all that and provide for me and my children is by bringing them to childcare, and childcare providing for them and taking care of them during the day. So if I didn't have that, I don't have anybody else to even watch my children for me. Well, I don't know how else I would be able to provide for them, me being a single mother and not having anyone else there to help with my children.
Without childcare, I would not be able to work as a nurse and take care of my patients.
My husband and I are both full-time employed, so if I did not have childcare today, I would need to be able to juggle my professional career as well as ensure that my children are getting the attention that they deserve. At Children of America in Oak Creek, I can ensure that my children are safe, cared for, and loved, which is what a working mom couldn't ask for anything more.
My husband and I both work full-time at a not-for-profit, helping bring hope and meet needs in our community for those who might need some help. Without Children of America, we couldn't accomplish this goal to be able to work in the community full-time. With 4 kids, it's quite busy, but at our center, it's not just a babysitting, it's not just keeping watch over them, but they're really invested in my kids' education and their emotional and social skills. And without them, I don't know what I would be able to do. I'm so thankful that they come alongside us to love on our family and help us make a difference, and also make a difference in the lives of my children.
If we didn't have childcare today, we wouldn't be able to work and easily provide for our family, nor give back to charitable organizations we contribute to in our community. And more importantly, our daughter would miss out on the additional cognitive, emotional, and social skills development that she needs to truly grow. Children of America does a great job of not just being a daycare, but really being her home away from home and giving her the same love and attention and support she needs to continue her growth. So for that, we're so grateful to Children of America. Their teachers are fantastic, and we want to thank you for providing that service to us each and every day.
Yes. Without childcare for our family, it would change drastically. We wouldn't be able to provide, pay the bills, support her in her learning and development. It's a scary thought to think about not being able to afford that or not being able to have the services provided. So. Yes.
deciding to come to COA was actually the easiest decision I think I've ever made. I struggled with postpartum depression and anxiety pretty badly, and the second that we walked in the doors for our tour, I immediately felt at ease. The teachers that we met and the leadership that we met just immediately made me feel totally comfortable in leaving my firstborn in their hands, to the point where I actually canceled all of the other tours that we had scheduled. They have been, since then, have been nothing short of incredible. Every classroom, every teacher that he's been in contact with, I would venture to even say that I would consider them my friends. They have been so communicative, so compassionate towards my kiddo, and have helped him grow to the point where, you know, every parent only dreams. So it's been really phenomenal seeing him grow and seeing them foster that growth in that he's just an incredible little tiny human, and the teachers and staff at COA Oak Creek are a very large part in having helped raise him to be the tiny little cool little person that he is already. Management has been incredible. It's been just fantastic, a fantastic experience to have our son at COA in Oak Creek. We love it and can't wait to have another kid enrolled at some point soon, because they just are that incredible. I am so appreciative of everything that they do and the trust that we can put in them just for being who they are as people.
I believe childcare, this particular childcare, is important for the development of our children, also to be able to help provide employment for women, and just making sure that there's a safe environment for children to learn and grow.